Hey guys, welcome back! Today I'll be showing you guys how I made this pumpkin cheesecake. So today we will be making the pumpkin cheesecake swirl. So here I have all of the ingredients for the cheesecake filling. So we have the cream cheese. I'm making the double of the recipe, but the normal recipe calls for 4 bars, but here I'm using 8. We're using some sour cream, regular, not the fat-free. I'm gonna add in some white chocolate chip, some pumpkin puree, some vanilla extract, 3 eggs, but I'm doubling so I have 6 out, some granulated sugar, pumpkin pie spice, and some cinnamon. I wanted to share with you guys my secret ingredient, some almond extract. This is what will make a difference. This bad boy. So we're gonna go ahead and preheat our oven to 350 degrees. We'll let that start getting nice and warm. So I wanted to share with you guys another tip and trick. I sometimes don't have enough time to take out my main cold ingredients to get room temperature. So when I'm preheating my oven, I set them right on top to allow them to get warmer, but not to the point where they start getting soggy nor cooked. Like, we don't want our eggs to cook, we don't want our sour cream to cook, we just want it to get soft. So I went ahead and I popped them on top of my oven, and that way it starts getting a little bit more softer to work with, and they're easier and smooth. All right guys, now on to our cheesecake crust. So I will be mixing both the original graham crackers along with my cinnamon graham crackers. Shout out to Fred Meyer's, you know what I'm saying? We'll be using some sugar, obviously not the whole thing, but we'll be using some sugar. Shout out to Wilmer. Butter, unsalted guys, unsalted. Please remember to get unsalted. Some more cinnamon, and we'll be showing you how to do it in 2 different pans. Okay, we have the disposable pie pan, the one you can take over to a family gathering and not have to worry about bringing your thing back, and a springform pan, you know, because you just ta-da, cheesecake is served. Anyway, oh shoot, I don't know how to put it back together. I'm just kidding, you just have to go like this again. There we go. So I'll be showing you how to use with both, because it's important to know how to, you know, push down your crust so that the cheesecake lays on it perfectly. You're able to serve it nice and easy. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay guys, we're gonna start with processing the graham crackers. I will be using my Ninja little blender. It's usually for my smoothies, and this is literally what it looks like. So it's very portable and lightweight, so you can just use it for what you need it to. We're gonna go ahead and go with our cinnamon and graham crackers. Okay, so I have my regular original graham crackers and then my cinnamon on this side, so I'm using both. So I'm going to use about half. That's uneven, so I'm just gonna use 4 stacks of these, and I'm just gonna cut them in half and pop them in there. Shake, shake. Same thing with this one. We'll be using 4. You can get them out. Okay, 4 of these, break in half or whatever, and just pop in there as much as you can. And remember guys, you can use whatever blender you want. If you have a food processor good for you, you can use that as well. So you just squish it in there until you're able to get the blade to go down so you can secure the lid closed. Okay, so here are my graham crackers. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this bad boy closer so y'all can see. We're gonna go ahead and press down, lock it in place, and we're just gonna hit it whole. And now we're gonna remove, give a nice little shake, and repeat. Guys, so now it's completely dissolved. It's just powder now. So what we're gonna do is we're going to open it and dump it into a bowl. Okay, now that I have most of my graham crackers here, I'm gonna start sifting them just because we do have those leftover little crumbs that wouldn't budge. Alright, I am just finishing up here with my last amount. Give it a nice little sip. My spoon, we're going to force down a bit. Give it a nice tap tap. Okay, and that's what is left. So now I have measured my sugar. The original recipe calls for 1/4 cup, but I am doubling it, so I did 2, so half a cup. I'm just gonna give it a nice quick mix. It doesn't have to be too nice because I still have to add other ingredients. So now I'm going to be adding half a teaspoon of cinnamon. So I'm gonna measure this over because I don't want to add more cinnamon than what I need. Okay, just gonna add that in there. Another quick little mix. Then last but not least, I will go ahead and mix in my melted butter. So I added a full cup of melted butter, and I'm just going to add this in here. A nice little tap to get all of it out. And then I'm going to start whisking together to really incorporate all the dry with wet ingredients. And you just focus on really whisking everything together. You don't want any clumps of a lot of melted butter, and you don't want some that are super dry. It is normal to get that little ball in your whisk. All you have to do is just tap on it and use a spoon to remove that ball. And here I decided to use a spoon to incorporate everything together roughly, and then I go back with my whisk to be more specific and get all the little balls broken up because it does get a little clumpy. So once your mixture looks more like this and it's not getting too sucked to your whisk, that's when you know it's all ready. So we're gonna go ahead and start adding some of this in each pan. And then we're gonna start patting it down so you can see how much more we need to add. Always make sure that the sides are as skinny as possible. Another tip for you guys is always start in the middle, and that way you can start spreading out the extra off to the sides. And I like to rotate my pan to allow me to get right around everywhere. And then once I am happy with my pans, I pop them in the oven to bake for 10 minutes. And then after those 10 minutes are up, they are ready for their cheesecake filling. Okay, I have 4 blocks of 8-ounce cream cheese that I'm going to be adding on there. Then I have 2 full cups of sugar. And I'm just gonna add half of that right now because I'm only adding half of the cream cheese. And then with my hand mixer, I'm going to start the rest of our cream cheese, rest of our sugar, so this is the consistency we want, and this is when we know we are ready for our sour cream. So I'm going to go ahead and add my sour cream, and I have 2/3 in here. I'm just going to give it a nice little tap to get all of that out of there. And we're going to mix that in. And now we're also going to be adding our vanilla extract and almond. So we're going to go ahead and add 1 teaspoon. Pour that in there. And then we're going to add half a teaspoon of the almond. So it does have a clear color. And then we're going to mix all those up. And then we'll add another of both. There we go again with another teaspoon of almond. And another of vanilla. Flavor. And then we're going to mix again. Now it's time to add our eggs. We're using 6 eggs total today. So we're going to add 1 at a time. So I beat all 6 eggs one at a time to really make sure they're in there, and we don't want to over mix either. So here I am putting another egg and beating it up. And I also wanted to let you know that I did separate the mixture into separate bowls. I just forgot to record that part. And this allows for the color patterns when we do it here. And I'm just using a rubber spatula to really get all of the mixture out. And so I've separated one which I'll be adding the pumpkin puree and the other one which will stay normal. And that way it'll be easier to just grab in small quantities to make the pattern you want. Usually we just grab little by little to make up the whole pumpkin pie. Okay. Now we will go ahead and add 1 can of pumpkin in here. Just add about another teaspoon or so, and then we will use our hand mixer again to mix all of these ingredients together. And I mix about like 1 to 2 minutes total time to really make sure that it's really nicely mixed. And once it's all mixed together, we are ready to start building our cheesecake pumpkin pie. Okay. Now we are ready to start incorporating our cheesecake together. We're going to use 1 cup as our measuring tool. We're going to grab 1 of the regular, put that right in the middle. Another cup of the pumpkin, and add that in there. These are both 1 cup measuring cups. And then we'll just repeat. Okay, then I'm going to grab a handful of white chocolate chips. I'm just going to sprinkle these on. And now I will grab my pan and give it a nice tap against the table to really level out all the layers of cheesecake. Now we're going to grab a skewer stick and just start mixing this around. I'm going to add a little bit over here. You can make whatever design you want. There is no wrong or right way, because regardless, it'll look so pretty. Okay. Clean up around here. And she's ready to go in the oven. Okay, before putting them into the oven, I like to use a water bath. I just get these from Dollar Tree. They're these disposable aluminum roasting things. And obviously they're a little too small for what I want them for. So I just like stretch them out a bit to allow more space. And then I grab some water and then I just very, very slowly add to the bottom of the pan there, so it keeps its warmth and allows it to cook very evenly, and then we can put that in the oven. We'll do the same thing to this one. So I'm very carefully gonna grab my water bath pan and put this in here. Same thing with the other one. Make sure the water doesn't go in there. Just add that in here. Then we will let that bake and we'll be back. Then we will bake for 55 minutes. I'm gonna hit start and then it'll start baking. And here's another one that I'm waiting to put in there after these bad boys are done. So we'll be back. So here it is, freshly out of the oven. It was in there for a total of 1 hour. Now we're gonna put them into the freezer for 10 minutes. So here they are in the freezer. So here is the final result, guys. I hope you guys try this at home and that you fall in love with it and enjoy your very Merry Christmas, because this dessert will wrap your evening with your family together. Well, enjoy you guys, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye!